Top of mind for local law enforcement as the holiday season ramps up. Scams and burglaries are on the rise, but there are some simple things that we can all do to avoid being victimized. Joining us now in studio with the details, Detective Mike Mellis with the King County Sheriff's Office. Mike, good morning to you.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we have some new numbers from police this morning showing that internet scams are rampant right now. What are the most common scams that you're seeing right now?
Well, you're getting them every day, I'm getting them every day, and more importantly, our parents or the people who would identify as seniors in our community are getting them every day. These are texts, these are emails that are telling you that you've purchased something, that you have a renewed subscription, or that you just spent maybe $600, and they're asking you to call if this is a mistake. That's how they get you started in their scam.
And you know, we've been talking about scams like this for years and years now, but they are getting more sophisticated now. How big of an issue are these types of scams here in Western Washington?
Well, the scam industry is at an industrial scale. I mean, this is happening to the loss of billions and billions of dollars every year. I looked at our statistics this morning with the King County Sheriff's Office alone, and since Black Friday, we've had just under 100 fraud reports. Some of those might be old school, you know, somebody stole my checks, but the majority of them are going to be, I was approached online, I called to fix a problem, and they were just led down a path by some very skilled individuals who have a script, and they get these folks to do just what they want. And it all starts with the scammer being given control of your personal computer as you're trying to get this refund issue straightened out.
And who are these scammers targeting most?
They shotgun approach the thing. They're going to be giving thousands and hundreds of thousands of emails or texts out, hoping for that one person to call who doesn't recognize the big red flags. And I would say the biggest red flag that people who are not computer savvy need to look at is the fact that one of the most prominent things that they ask for on these requests is, if you think this, the phrase will be, if you think this charge is in error, call this 800 number. That's not what legitimate businesses do. They'll masquerade as the biggest legitimate companies we have, you know, across the world, but and they're good. They are so good at it. Yeah. What I really worry about is your parents, my parents. You know, I don't want to sit around the holiday table this year with the cloud over our head because grandma was scammed out of $20,000. Grandpa got hit for $7,000, and that's literally what's happening every day in the region.
Now, the holidays mean a lot of us are going to be heading out of town, so what steps should we be taking to make sure that our home is safe while we're gone?
A safe home starts with a safe neighborhood, and the best way really to make sure your neighborhood is safe is know your neighbors. Make these relationships through the years, whether you're brand new to a neighborhood or you've known folks for a long time. Get reacquainted. We all have packages being delivered to our homes nowadays. I have one today that's coming, and I'm quite nervous about it, and I'm going to be talking to my neighbor, sorry Chuck, about picking up a package for me because I don't want it to be taken. If I didn't have, let's say, Chuck next door, I would be, there's several other options I could work with the delivery company at alternate delivery options. I think it's a great idea moving forward, especially to invest in package delivery boxes that you can have at your home that's secured, that they can slip the package in. I think that's a big wave of the future, and it should be.
So one stat that really stood out to me, 49 million Americans had at least one package stolen last year. 49 million. We talk about porch pirates a lot this time of year. What is your office seeing in terms of porch pirates and package burglaries?
Well, we're seeing it. I mean, we're seeing it. The best way for the police to catch these people in the act is really neighborhood watch programs. We all know what's normal in our neighborhood. We know who should be there. And it's education. If your neighbors know that this is going on and they know what's normal, what's not normal is what they need to report, either to the police on a 911 call or at least to the person who was just victimized. And cameras, of course. I mean, setting up cameras at your own home is really one of the best ways to deter these folks. They're going to move on if they see that your place is covered well with video surveillance.
Now, I've seen some cars that are decked out for the holidays. It's great. It's festive. But troopers stopped a car in Grace Harbor County over the weekend. It was covered in lights. So what holiday decor is allowed on the roads and what isn't? I mean, obviously, lights on a car probably not a great idea.
Well, actually, I can't remember what the Washington RCW or Revised Code of Washington rules are about the holiday light things, but let's just face it, it's cool looking, but it's a distraction. What I've noticed when I've seen a couple of these out there is if they have a twinkling light or a blinking light, you really can't discern the blinking holiday lights from your blinking turn signal. And that's the one that I really noted the other day, was that this could be a problem. So there are rules for these, or there are good reasons for these, you know, Grinch rules, no lights on your car, but it really is a safety issue, and we don't want people getting into an accident because they get distracted by that.
King County Sheriff's Detective Mike Mellis, thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you.
Good to see you, Bill. Thanks.